from Alabama is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to start by reiterating the importance of preserving our state-based system of insurance regulation, a system that has effectively protected consumers for over a century. I am concerned, however, that the recent actions of this administration risk undermining the very premise of the system. Rather than leveraging the expertise of state insurance regulators, Treasury and FIO are acting unilaterally to push this administration's climate agenda, including by requesting a plethora of highly detailed climate information from insurers. Not only has Treasury been unclear with how they intend to use this data that they collect, but the effort would be duplicative in many ways, as many states and the NAIC already collect similar data to help them understand the economic impact of natural disasters and weather events. Any efforts from Treasury or FIO to sidestep state insurance regulators blatantly undermines congressional intent. FIO should work with and not around state insurance officials that have decades of experience assessing the market impacts of these catastrophic weather events. In this regard, we have had an active hurricane season last year and have already seen a number of named hurricanes in 2023. The frequency of such weather events has inevitably impacted the property insurance market. Insurance premiums, like all prices, are market signals to consumers, and the property insurance space, the higher the insurance premium, indicates the existence of higher risk. As someone who lost my house and my cars and my things in a storm, I get it, and I get the importance of it. I also come from a state that is ravaged by storms, whether they be tornadoes or hurricanes alike. So I understand the importance of getting this right. In response to higher insurance premiums, states like California have implemented overly restrictive regulations, including price controls on insurers. In essence, this deprives homeowners of market signals that could steer them towards building in better, less dangerous places or encourage them to build more disaster-resistant homes. So I want to get your thoughts on that statement. Is it Theodorou or Theodorou?
Theodorou, you said it right.
Okay, Theodorou. I'm going to do my best to get that right. Can you tell me, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do, 100%. I agree that the efforts to get more data on insurance companies on catastrophes and their exposure is superfluous. Data is there. There's data at NOAA and from reinsurance companies that look at natural catastrophes, looking at frequency and severity at R Street Institute, because there was disagreement about whether there is increasing severity and frequency. We've been studying this in a publication that should come out in a few months. And also the FIO, the Federal Insurance Office, if we look at its remit, what is it statutorily supposed to do? To monitor the insurance industry, not to direct or to manage or to insert itself. In many ways, it's an agency without a mission. It was created as part of Dodd-Frank when people thought that the insurance industry was responsible for the global financial crisis, which it was not. So the federal efforts that have been introduced, however well-intentioned, have not been successful. If we look at the financials of the NFIP or of the crop insurance program, and the way that the efforts to launch federally backed reinsurance backstops have failed, going back to Hurricane Andrew of 1992, let's not repeat the mistakes of the past.
Absolutely. And I only have a little bit of time left, so I'm going to transition into bragging on my state. We have heard a number of questions asked and a number of different solutions. I want to tell you somewhere where I believe Alabama has gotten it right. We have seen firsthand what effective regulation and active resiliency efforts look like. For instance, in Alabama, we have had a state grant program that incentivizes homeowners to fortify their roofs to withstand severe weather. The program was in response to damage ensued by Hurricanes Ivan in 2004 and Katrina in 2005. It was created to incentivize investments in more resilient homes and to encourage insurers to continuing issuing policies in these storm-prone communities with the goal of reducing future hurricane damage. When Hurricane Sally hit in Alabama in 2020, I am proud to say that the nearly 16,000 homes and buildings with fortified roofs remained intact. This resulted in lower insurance claims with less debris cleanup and allowed the community to reopen and to recover more swiftly. This is what effective action looks like, where state officials assess an event, identify a solution, and put into practice without regulatory overreach, something that works. Additionally, just last week, due to the great work of Governor Kay Ivey, Commissioner Mark Fowler, and Director Jeff Smitherman, the new Alabama Resilience Council met for the first time. The council will focus on public-private collaborations to help build stronger, safer, more resilient communities. This is just another great example of effective state-driven solutions. And I'm out of time, but certainly appreciate any comments you have on the great work that Alabama's doing.
It's my understanding that Louisiana has copied the program, which is a good thing, but I would say that it doesn't have to be government that provides this funding. I'm a homeowner. I replaced the roof on my house, I called my insurance agent, and I got a credit on my insurance. Doing the right behavior leads to lower losses, leads to lower premium.
Mr. Heller, be very brief.
Just very briefly, in my written testimony, I pointed out the fortified program in Alabama. This is a model where government can partner with communities. And I agree with Jerry, unfortunately, not enough insurance companies are incentivizing by giving people discounts or making policies available when they do invest in their homes. So I think that this is a very important piece of the effort, which is why we've focused so much on front-end work like is being done in Alabama, rather than trying to clean up after the disaster with FEMA money, when we could be doing it with insurance money and better resilient homes.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Moore.
Senator Britt.